We're gonna make chili tonight for dinner. And when I make chili, I make a big pot. So we have leftovers.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start with onions and garlic in the pot.
I've been putting containers in the freezer so when you guys are gone, I have food. I have lunch and dinner.
Now that the onions have sweat a bit, I'm gonna take. It's alright, I hit the camera. My bad. I'm gonna take all my ground beef, put it in there, and start browning it up, along with my onions and garlic. I already have my tomato sauce in a bowl with some baking powder. Yes, baking soda. I always get the two confused. To get out some of the acid. So that will be ready to pour in here when we are ready for it. I'm excited for gardening season to start back up, to get rid of all this snow and cold. Me and the kids have already started planting some starts in the basement. We got some lettuce going and some spinach going. We got some kale and our onions. We still have our 3 green pepper plants overwintering down there. They haven't done much of anything, but they still have mobility to them, so they're not dead or crunchy yet. So here's for hoping for a quick spring. Unlike last spring, it was a very late spring. It stayed cold long. And when we thought we could plant, we planted out 42 or 50 Roma tomato plants. And then we got a frost like 2 weeks later, and they all died. So I was glad I planted, or we did extra starts, and I just went back down to the basement and got more starts. But that wasn't the whole point of planting them. But because when you ask a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old to plant one seed, sometimes you end up with 6 in 1 cup. So we did have extra, because once they started to get too big, we separated them out, so there was only 1 plant in each cup. So, and again, I told them to put like 2 seeds in the bowl that we have, but I got like 12 kale plants popped up, so we will have to separate them out when it gets a little bigger, and we'll bring you along for that. Okay, the ground beef is browned. These are my 2 jars of tomato sauce, canned from our garden, that I added the baking soda to, and created this science experiment where it all fizzes and kind of turns orange, but turns back to normal. Alright, I'm going to add my chili seasoning. I got 2 packets here. I did order the chili seasoning from Azure Standard, but you have to use up what you have before you start using new stuff. So I have to finish these little packets before I start the stuff I got from Azure Standard. from my last order. I'm gonna mix this all up in here. I'm gonna have some dehydrated mushrooms. Gonna add, ooh, poof. I'm gonna add that in there. That will absorb a nice chili flavor and poof themselves back up. And then I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes while I go get my canned beans off the shelf. All right, I got 2 cans of lima beans, kidney beans, my bad, and 2 jars of chopped cherry tomatoes from our garden. We canned the cherry tomatoes to use 2 of those sizes. 2 of the pints, and we use 2 of the quarts of the kidney bean. Put that in there. Mix it all up in it. This is a nice big pot, so we will eat this tonight. I will freeze what we don't eat and make it on another night when school runs late or homework runs late or I run late at work as well. The only bad thing is all my chives are covered up by about 6 feet of snow, so I will not have fresh chives on top of my chili. That's a little sad. And this is what it's going to look like in the pot when it is all warmed and heated up. I did have to go and grab 3 more jars of beans because I had so much sauce and so much meat. I needed the ratio. I can't tell you exactly why, but when I take the spoon and I look at it, if it doesn't look like an even amount of beans, meat, and tomatoes, then I go and get what it looks like it's lacking of and put it in there until it looks correctly ratioed.
Here?
Put your crackers and your cheese on your chili. Decorate it up.
Decorate it up?
You're fine. Just put a handful of crackers in your chili.
And decorate it?
Yeah, put it in your chili. There you go. Look at that. Now grab some cheese.
Can I get a handful?
Some fresh grated cheese. It's a little cold. I forgot to take it out of the freezer. Sorry. All right, now try a bite. Tell me what you think.
I'll get guacamole sauce too. Come on. It was
Good. All right, you're a hoot, bud.
I like it.
All right, you got your crackers
Okay. Apple.
and your cheese.
Apple.
Yeah, handful. Put it in your chili. You going for more cheese, bud?
Yeah. More cheese. More cheese. Oh, more cheese. Scribble.
All right.
Where's the more cheese?
All right, Madison. Why don't you save some cheese for the rest of us? Take a bite. You're my cheese queen.
I gotta make it up.
You gonna mix it up?
Cheese. Need to get all like that. And then all of it.
Your cheese is melting. Look at that.
Let me please give me my net and my water.
I'll give you your water after you take a few bites. Nathan's going to town on it. Good girl.